Hello, my friends. Welcome into day one of my new catalog launch party. We're doing a week-long launch party. So here is the beautiful new catalog. I can't show you anything inside yet, but I will do a walkthrough on May 6th, a walkthrough video, so I can kind of show you some of the stuff in case you don't have it in your hands. If you want it in your hands, you can always comment below. Let me know if you haven't already gotten it from me or from another demonstrator. I'm happy to get one of those in your hands. Or if I'm seeing you in an event for just scrapping, I can always give that to you then as well, or any other event. So each day for the next week, I'm going to share some new products. Some of the product is from the annual catalog that I just showed you, and some of it's the brand new online exclusives, which are also releasing on May 6th. So we've got a lot of fun stuff happening this week with new product. So let's go ahead and start with our in colors. So we always have 5 new colors for the start of the year. Actually, it's usually for 2 years. So this batch of in colors are for 2025 through 2027. So super exciting, and I'm going to share them with you here. So let me just flip this around, switch this down, and I will show you the new colors. So I'm going to start with my favorite. I think it's my favorite. We haven't played with it much, but I'm thinking this is my favorite. So we've got Dark Sea, or I'm sorry, Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, and a returning in color is Strawberry Slush. So these are the 5 colors that we have. So we also have some fun in color dots. And then we've got some markers. So we've got all 5 colors of the markers. Now these are actually an online exclusive, and you'll see in the new catalog that you won't find any of our markers, any of the Stampin' Write markers in the catalog itself. All of them are part of the online exclusives now. So you can still get all of our colors. They're just not shown or listed in our annual catalog anymore. The Stampin' Blends, I believe, are actually. No, I'm not sure. They might not be either. No. The Stampin' Blends are listed in the grid sheets of the colors, but the Stampin' markers are not. They're part of the online exclusives. So this is part of the May online exclusives, so they were released on May 6th with the online exclusives, and then you can order any of the other ones in the store as well. And then we do have 4 of the the classic ink pads. So I have Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, and Strawberry Slush. So you may be saying, why am I missing a color? Well, the Cloud Cover ink pad was found to not be consistent with the traditional color performance that Stampin' Up! Would prefer. So they had kind of pulled it to work on it, and because of just some sort of chemistry, when they put the ink into the foam pads, it doesn't always stay consistently true to the color it's supposed to be once it's stamped. So unfortunately, they won't be coming out with a big ink pad. Well, they are coming out with a big ink pad. They already have a collection that they had started before they realized it wasn't transferring correctly. So they are going to release that to demonstrators only. So if you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to order that beginning May 6th while supplies last. So if you would like to get your hands on them, you can always join as a demonstrator to be able to do that. But otherwise, you will be able to get, there's a set of in color ink pads, not in color, Stampin' Spot ink pads. There's 5 colors, and one of them is Cloud Cover. So the only time they have issues with it is the foam based ink pads. So the felt one, which is the Stampin' Spot, is fine. So you could get it that way, or you could get one of the little uninked ink spots and then an ink refill for Cloud Cover and be able to do it that way. So that is the way they're going to resolve that solution. So there'll be no big ink pad for this collection for the cloud cover. So just keep that in mind. And I am going to probably do an in color club again this year. I just haven't worked out how that's going to work, especially with the missing ink pad. So stay tuned for more details on that. You can always join my email list below, and that will give you updates on all of that kind of material. So then I wanted to just show you kind of some comparisons, just so you can kind of see what the new colors look like against some of our existing colors. So this is cloud cover. This is pool party. So you can see it's a little greener. This is balmy blue, a little grayer. And then this is basic gray. So I'm sorry, is that basic gray? I think it's basic gray. No, it's gray granite. Sorry, this is gray granite. So cloud cover, pool party, balmy blue, gray granite. So kind of a mix between a blue and a gray. Very pretty. All right, next up I have the Darling Duckling, which is this one. Darling Duckling. It's very bright. Then we've got Daffodil Delight. So you can see those are very similar. Darling Duckling's a little greener. We've got Crushed Curry and Lemon Lolly. So there's your 4 yellows. For orange, we've got Timid Tiger, Peach Pie, and Pumpkin Pie. So those are the oranges. Kind of a brighter, more sorbet-ish kind of orange for that. And then for pinks, I have Strawberry Slush, Flirty Flamingo, Pretty in Pink, and Bubble Bath. So a very bright, bold pink compared to what we have in our existing colors. Now, I don't have retired colors, so I can't compare to our retired colors, but you will see that some of them are pretty close too. So this is Dark Sea, and I was like, oh, that looks really close to Night of Navy, but it actually does not. This is Night of Navy. So it's a little bit more of a gray blue, and then this is basic gray. So you can kind of see it's a grayish blue, but very dark. I do really like this one. I think it's kind of pretty. It's almost like a, I mean, they're all neutrals really, but I just feel like it's a more standard neutral versus this one. So that's that. And then just one other thing I wanted to show you. I'm not going to do any stamping for you, but I did create, I forget who the person is that I copied, but I did a one sheet wonder and created 12 thank you cards so that I'll be ready to go with any of your new catalog orders. I'll have cards ready to send, but this just shows off all 5 of the end colors. So we have Dark Sea, Cloud Cover, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush, and the Darling Duckling. Now you'll notice I didn't stamp tone on tone here. I used that for my sentiment, which I think this worked out really well. So all I did is I took a 6x6 piece of each color. I stamped some flowers randomly using the same color ink pad, and then I cut them apart. So I cut it at 3 and then 1 inch. So 3 by 1 inch. So you get 12 pieces per 6x6 sheet. And then I just lined it up on a 5.5 by, I think it's 3.25 inch piece of white. And that was it. So just a really easy way to put together a lot of cards really fast. The person who designed it, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, was for a couple of years ago, and she did it with the in color paper. So we'll have the designer series color paper, pattern paper, and that's what she used to do her. So you could do that too. I just wasn't able to order that paper during the pre-order, so I just made it out of cardstock instead. So that's a great way to kind of make a bunch of cards at once. And if you use the designer series paper, you don't even have to really do any stamping first other than the sentiment. So that is even faster. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed my sneak peek of your in colors for 2025 through 2027. I'll be back tomorrow with some more new products to share. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye for now.